It was like every time she talked about it, I was just like thinking of that scene from Yahari where they're doing the
Yep.
hand gestures to each other.
That's the
That
best
was
fucking
all it
scene.
was in my head because that's exactly what it sounded like.
Synergy.
They were like, but you have to consider the impact of this on the global market and integrating this into the community with like bringing on like a hands-on approach. I'm just like, all I'm seeing is the hand waving guy right now. That is all I am seeing in my head.
That was one of the best and stupidest scenes ever. I
That was
loved
the
it.
greatest scene.
And then
Oh.
fucking 8-Man just starts doing it too.
Yeah, they start doing it to each other. That was everything about that. It was so stupid.
They're speaking Italian.
Jeff, you should watch that scene just so you can use it in business.
That scene is like 3 episodes long.
Oh my god.
It starts
I need
like
to watch season 2.
I mean, it starts like I don't know 5 or 6 episodes into season 2, and that
think so.
whole like section doesn't end until like the 8th episode.
And it all starts.
Business.
It all starts with that deadly Japanese flu. Or fucking what's her face? Wait, is it? Or is that another episode? Doesn't it start with Yukino getting really fucking sick for some reason?
I don't think so.
Because that's why she's not there.
No, she's not there because he's still trying to. This is before he has his good cry where he's like, "I want something that's real."
Yeah.
And like before this, he's just trying to do it all himself, and that was the point where he was like, "I need to not do it all myself like an asshole."
I guess I'm confusing with something else.
I think you are.
Because in the first season, she does get sick.
She gets sick at some point. I don't remember. Maybe she was
I don't
sick
know.
in season 2, and I just wasn't picking up on the subtext.
No. Like, there wasn't a subtext. I'm pretty sure they just, like, showed a scene where she was sick. And, like, I can't go because I'm sick. But I'm pretty sure that was the first season, not the second season. I have to watch it again, because I completely fucking forgot. But I think you're right. I think she just, like, wasn't told about it or just didn't want... She didn't want to do it, I think, was the thing. Just like, no, I'm not like my big sister. I can do what I want.
I think that one was 8-Man. The thing you're talking about, you're right. It was the you're thinking about the first thing in that season. Or,
Okay.
No, you're thinking about the last thing in the first season with the the festival where she's like vice president essentially, but she's not president except for she has all of the duties of president.
Yes.
She gets sick
That's
then.
where she gets sick. Yep.
Yeah.
And then this was something different. I guess, I felt like they were very similar, like, arcs. I guess that's why I'm confusing the two.
Pretty much.
Whatever. Anyways, we get some cool hand waving, and it's fucking fantastic. We got some good shifts out of that shit.
That was basically all. That's all fucking Yahari is good for. The gifts.
Not really. There's, like, not much movement, except for that one scene. Everything else was, like, kind of static.
We had the rock concert
Yeah.
in which we
nice.
assemble a collection of random people off of the street in 5 minutes. They're like, "You can play instruments, right? Let's just go have this rock concert because this is a thing that people can do."
Yeah, fucking, they all, like, play instruments pretty fucking well for some reason. Wait, who sings?
Yui.
Okay.
Yui sings. The teacher
The teacher's on
plays
drums, right?
bass. No, the sister's on
Sisters
drums.
on drums.
And Yukino plays guitar.
Wouldn't you have it? No, all four of them have, like, a specific band member
Right?
instrument somehow, some way.
Right? It's so weird.
When he was writing that, he was like, I wonder how I should just, like, write this away. Fan service. Boom. Done. I don't need anything else.
I need to explain why the crowd doesn't get sad about the fact that nothing is happening for approximately 10 minutes. Rock scene.
Fan service.
You're right. He's right. We should do something. What do you think we should do? I think I know what we should do. Toga party.
Oh.
Toga. I love Animal House. That movie was great.
Yeah, Jeffrey, have you watched that movie yet? You should. Considering that you're part of a fraternity now, you have had to have watched that movie. Jeffrey?
Jeffrey's not allowed to talk about it.
Oh, I think his microphone fucked up.
So I'm not going to tell you because you're going to laugh at me.
Nope, tell us.
He'll get out. He'll put it back in.
Were you mute?
No, yes.
Ooh.
The headphones were muted, and that's never happened to me before.
Okay.
So I didn't even think to look there. But the little switch that's on the cord, it just slipped down.
Okay.
Fun times, fun times.
Yeah, I did.
So were you talking when we were talking about Yahari, like, a couple of minutes ago?
Yes.
Okay, that's
He's
why
in
we
some
weren't
stuff.
hearing you.
I was also talking about. It took me way too fucking long to realize that like, you guys can't hear me.
Yeah,
It was
Nick-
the Animal House conversation. There was like, oh, you guys can't hear me.
Because we asked you a question.
Yeah. So there we go. Okay, now we are all good. The problems have been fixed.
And clap sync.
Forgot we were.
I don't know why.
We don't need to do that. Oh, fuck it, whatever. I'll leave it in. I don't fucking care. No, listen to
Just
this.
leave in the whole
There's nothing
terribleness
to
that
clap
is.
sync to because we
Yeah,
don't have
there's no video.
webcam.
Oh, yeah, there's also no webcam.
The webcam would be the video.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
So I wonder how long I've been out of it.
So
know.
I'm
The
pretty
whole
su-
time.
Yeah, I think it was the whole time. I don't remember you talking when we were talking about like the whole synergy and buzzword shit.
Oh, I didn't talk much. I just said like, man, I really should watch Yohari.
I heard that.
I heard
feel
that.
like I heard him laugh a
I
couple
think
times.
that's the last time I heard you.
Okay.
I feel like I heard him laugh a few times in the Yahari conversation,
Okay.
but I don't really remember.
Yeah, I may have laughed a couple times. Hey.
Well, in my notes, I have the word boo as the first thing I wrote when watching Death
which
March.
one? Okay.
Oh.
I forgot what that was referring to because I'm stupid and don't write context.
It's pretty much relatable to 90% of this episode.
This episode was so fucking annoying.
I have been like the most stalwart defender of this show as like it's good, and like having read it now, I'm like it gets really good. Like stuff happens.
That was your mistake.
That
They
it
like
does
have
not seem
taken
like.
everything that is good about this show and been like, yeah, fuck ever like leaving or doing anything out in the countryside. It's just all this city, and I'm like,
Hey.
why? Like
They have
go
the
and
cart.
do such cool things.
Oh, they have the cart now. They found the cart.
You have been
They're
forsaken.
not leaving.
They're not leaving?
I guarantee they're not leaving.
I don't care. I just found I was given the cart I was promised in the fucking opening. I'm done with this show. Boom.
That's all you wanted.
Yep, the
The
cart.
show is over.
We
You
got
do.
the carriage.
You
I
do
also
one
wanted
at a
cooking.
time, Nick.
I
You
wanted
do one
cooking,
at a
but
time.
apparently Nick said that's not gonna fucking happen, so who fucking cares about that anymore?
Not really.
I also wrote, what's her face continues to be fucking annoying, and that could be said about every single female character in the show.
Yeah.
Probably Arissa. I'm gonna
Yes.
take a wild stab. She is easily my least favorite character because she's like 4 characters all in the same time.
She just
Like
switches
she's
off depending on the
simultaneously
joke.
like the fucking just dick hungry lolly, and she's apparently into like boy love,
Yeah.
and she's like the slave girl from this city, and like she's also apparently like a 50-year-old from Japan.
Is she? Okay.
Apparently,
Because she remembers, yeah, she still has her memories from fucking when she was Japanese.
Japanese, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like 4 characters. It was like the author was like, I want to have all of these character archetypes, but I can't think of more character descriptions to like put them in. I
So
can't think
we'll
of
just
more
jam it
ways
all
to
into
describe
one.
little girls to make them sound unique and different. So they're all just gonna be this one girl.
Also, this show, it just shows way of creating characters and character design is let's just have a little girl and give her a different hair color and hairstyle, and that's going to be
Yes.
your new character. And,
And
that,
a different way of talking. They all have different ways of talking.
a little, yes. But with Mia, they're like, you know what? Let's not even give her a character. Let's just make her say a couple of words, and that's it.
That's her character though. You don't understand.
Yeah.
She literally gives one-word answers to everything. It kind of annoyed me that the translations were like sentences because she's supposed to say one word.
Well, I mean, I guess from English or Japanese to English, like some words or some Japanese words are like concepts that require
Yeah.
more in English, like vice versa.
Maybe.
Also, because English is usually a very kind of wordy language, apparently. There's a lot of like prepositions and shit. But anyways, yeah. Also, with the mana shit, apparently this isn't fucking Diablo mana where you can, just replenish it like nobody's business. It requires like expensive fucking potions.
That he's supposed to be able to make.
This is a terrible fucking fantasy world. If like you can even use mana that like well. I'm way too used to just spamming a bunch of shit everywhere.
You
It's
think
in the
he'd
beta
ha-
still.
You
It's-
think he'd
could be
get
forgiven.
some from
Yeah.
some of
Beta
the monsters
still.
he killed?
It's still in beta. They're like, we should probably change this system. We've play tested it and no one likes it.
I mean, he is actually supposed to make he is supposed to be able to make the potions right now.
Okay.
Like, it is as part of the. There's so much that they've skipped that I don't understand why they skipped it, and then so much shit that they included that I'm like, why are you including this? There is no payoff to this shit. Like the entire thing with the animal people, I don't know what they're doing with this. There is no payoff to that.
Oh,
It's literally just
cute
supposed to be like a
puppies
thing, a way of him
and
saying,
kitties.
being like, look, he's nice to things. That's like all it
Basically.
exists for. But it's like, why is that there? There's so much that you're skipping that's like actually useful. Like the entire time where he like goes off and fucking investigates like brewing potions and he makes like fucking buku-ass potions.
What,
I mean,
we
I feel
skipped
like they're
him
going
like
to
they
do that, but he's just going to like rank up a skill. He's like, yep, I can now brew potions.
I guess
I
what
feel
you're
like
saying
that's
is
all it's
like
gonna be.
there's an actual story of him getting that skill where he like makes cool shit, but
Yeah.
like now it's just
And he
ended with
uses it in like interesting ways as time goes on.
okay.
I guess because like that's a longer story. While like the cat and dogs slaves are like an easier payoff and much quicker.
Yeah, because like if it's later on where the payoff with the fucking potions is, they probably just like don't even really care about it because
Probably.
one, they're probably not gonna have a second season. Two, it seems like they just don't really care about the show. They're like, just add shit. People are gonna watch it anyways.
We already have the
Are people
Japanese
watching this show?
businessmen vote.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's one of like the most watched shows right now.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if we showed you the they
Yeah.
released like a viewership list for all of the shows this season, and it was like it was this show and the fucking the Lollies and
Shogi
Shogi show. It was like it was just dominated by like 30 and up.
Oh, but also, this is actually something I remembered after I looked at the polls. The top three have a very small standard deviation, so they're very close to each other. It's like 3,000, then like 2,900 and 2,800. So it makes me think like everything is kind of like about level. It just happens that those shows are a little bit above. So I think everything's being watched. It just happens to be that those, these specifically are a bit more. But like, he only showed us the top three. We don't see the raw numbers for the other ones.
How is Pop Team Epic doing? Because I've actually like been seeing a whole lot of stuff about it.
A bunch of fucking middle school kids are watching that show, apparently.
Yeah, apparently it's like a huge meme in Japan.
I mean, it's weird as fuck, but like, I'm watching that fucking paper thing
Yeah.
right now.
The Hell
because
Shake Yano.
It's really good.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
That
fucking
transformed
great.
into like a huge meme apparently.
Mhm.
But it's, I mean,
Like where
Again,
everything
like-
else is just like bits and it's like, for short term like effect. The Hell Shake Yano thing, apparently like corporations are buying into it and they're doing like advertising on like Twitter and it's like all just using like the Hell Shake Yano meme now.
really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Apparently.
cool. I'd love to see more, cool shit like that.
I want to see Arby's do it because apparently they're like super big into stupid ass memes.
Yep.
If any like American company would do it, it'd probably be Arby's.
Probably.
Probably.
Well, what
I
would
feel
they
like-
do with
I feel
that?
like
though?
Japanese memes wouldn't translate well to America though.
Well, even then, like the whole like concept of using the like the art book as like the animation was like still really cool to see. Like it was legitimately
Yeah,
creative
that
and very
worked out.
fun. So like I don't have a doubt that like some American like advertising company is going to do something similar, and I'd like them to do something similar because I think it'd be very cool. But anyways, wait, how did I get down this road? Oh fuck!
I don't know. I feel like
Talking
I don't know,
about what is
watching-
successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching Pop Team Epic is like watching somebody else's fever dream.
Yeah, it's.
I
I can't like the skits individually, like in small bits, I can handle. I cannot watch an episode.
I feel like it was one of those things where it's like 2 weeks ago when after we did Drunks and Dragons and I was sitting in my room hungover on Sunday morning watching the other 3 anime. I was like, I feel like this is the mental state I need to be in to enjoy that show.
just
Like
super
slightly in
hungover.
pain, like my eyes hurt, everything about me hurts. I feel like I can now appropriately enjoy this show.
There's like drool coming out your mouth.
Like I need to be in a slightly adjusted head state that's like just slightly outside of normal because everything about that show is a fever dream.
It's very surreal and bizarre.
We should do that. have a
No.
have
No.
a, dr- a drunk-
No.
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 I'm curious as how do you intend, Alex, on inducing fever dream like Or what is your plan?
No, just like
I feel like we were supposed to see
get
it all drunk and then watch it.
watch it together while we have mics on, like we did for that one show.
The first episode of Emoto Sai or
Yeah.
Rahai, or whatever the hell.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that was.
I didn't do that.
You were not there for this. This predated you.
Yeah, it was a lot of making fun of it because it was stupid.
It was well, first it was a very visceral reaction to the first minute and a half.
Yes,
Yeah.
that it was.
Is it recorded?
No.
No.
We didn't think of recording.
This
This is mostly
predated-
entertainment for just the three
Yeah,
of
this
us.
predated ABC actually because
By
this
about
was
6 weeks, I think.
I think so.
That's a
'Cause,
long time.
yeah, this was the start of the winter season. No, fall season.
Mm-hmm.
And we only started doing ABC like halfway through fall season. A little bit after halfway.
So it was while we were watching Netoge. No,
Yes.
it was Netoge.
No, Nechu.
Nechu. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
now
so
I'm doing it. I used to be so good at that. God damn it.
It starts with the same three
Watching
letters.
Nechu. It does. We should just call Nechu the one with the fucking the racist director.
Everyone's like dropping him. No one wants him anymore.
I'm not surprised. Even Japan is like, no.
They're like, no, thank you. I don't think Alex knows, but Alex, the director of Nechu,
I know.
Yeah, it is a massive anti-Semite.
Yeah, it's like, is Anne Frank's diary really real?
Yep, that was
Wait,
one of his.
did you see the
tweets.
thing about Did you see the thing about the new South Korea got its first like African American model?
Yeah,
Were they
Apparently
throwing
they're
bananas
being
at
like
him?
they're being like super racist to him.
that's not surprising.
I think something similar happened in Italy, where this African.
Is he half or
I don't know.
okay?
I'm not good at looking at people and being like definitely half.
No, like I figured they would like list that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I
I
don't
just
think they
saw
care.
like the title and I read like 2 paragraphs of it. And was like, ooh.
But yeah, I know. Like in Italy, they started throwing bananas at this African player.
Really?
Yeah,
Mm.
they threw bananas onto the pitch.
On the pitch.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh, that's fucked.
that's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
I think he won them the game too.
I think so. I think I know the event you're referencing too.
I completely forgot who it was, but yeah, they're pretty fucking racist.
I need to look up.
That is so just. Oh god.
Yeah. Well, anyways, back to something
Is he?
slightly.
No.
What
Is he
Back
black?
to anime.
Danny Alves isn't black.
was it? Danny? It wasn't. Or, I don't know. I feel like it was an African player though.
It was Danny Alves. I just looked it up. I was
Okay.
pretty certain it was Danny Alves. But yeah, he's Brazilian. Well, I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know.
If he's
I'm
Brazilian,
pretty certain that he's not African.
If he's
culturally.
Brazilian, he might still be like Afro-Brazilian, where he like looks very
Yeah,
dark.
he might be. His parents might be. I don't know. I know for an absolute fact he is nationally recognized
Brazilian.
as Brazilian
Okay.
for international soccer. I'm not certain that he isn't like culturally African American or African.
I mean, he wouldn't be
South
American.
African Brazilian.
Yeah. Anyways,
But
I guess speaking of South America, this reminds me. My parents were watching a Nat Geo documentary because my dad loves those. And it was like a documentary about fucking the Amazon, and they had just filming these monkeys, and then just out of nowhere, my mom's like, "Oh yeah, I had one of those," and then my dad's like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "Had one of what?" I'm like, "One of those monkeys." Yeah, my family had one of those monkeys that we keep on a leash, and I was like, "Excuse me?"
what?
They had a monkey as a pet.
Was your family like rich back in Argentina?
I don't fucking know. This is in Bolivia, but
It's like
she just owned a monkey. Like her
Brandon,
family just had a
you
monkey.
come from is your family related to
are
like,
you
the
a
drug
prince
No,
Yeah.
like they own a farm and have cows
of
and pigs.
monkeys?
Cows
trade?
and pigs.
Are you a Hitler clone?
I don't know.
Are you Krieger?
Maybe. But yeah, my mom owned a monkey. Or the family owned a monkey for a little bit. And like
A
I wanted to
monkey?
ask her more about it, but she just left. But yeah, she had a monkey. she owned like a small capuchin monkey.
Dude, that's
And she just walked around with it.
badass.
Yeah, I think it like died when they were young. I don't remember. But yeah, this is the first I ever heard about it. It for sure died before I was born because I never saw a fucking monkey when I was there.
You were also like 3 when you were there.
And that's so yes. But yeah, my mom owned a monkey. That's the
ask what his name was.
I'll ask at some point. I'll see if I can get
like-
some more information out of her.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, we just used it to make some good coffee.
No, those are that's a lemur type not primate, but like a lemur, and that lives in Africa, like in the Congo, I think. It's like a cat-like monkey or cat-like lemur. I think it might be closer to cats. I don't remember, but anyways, back to this. I like how they just kind of just started camping out of nowhere. They're like, let's just go camping, and they're like, this is okay. We understand this, and yeah. Did you ever explain that in the story, Nick?
So much. Again, we're not supposed to be here.
So like, why did
We're
they go
supposed
camping?
to actually have left. Like, camping makes sense because he's like, yes, we're leaving now, and they go off and like live in the wilderness, and like shit happens outside of the city.
And
Okay.
didn't they go back into the city?
Yeah, they go back to the city.
Yeah.
They go to a different city.
Oh no, wait, because they see the
use
same girl
same
again.
assets for background.
Oh, I think he's
What
talking
do
about
you
the book. No,
Oh.
in the show, they go camping and then they go back to the same
in
city.
the show, they go outside and then come back inside. We never actually leave the city. In the book, we like fuck off.
Okay. And at that point, they already have Mia, right? Or no, they meet Mia like
find
down the
Mia,
road somewhere.
Yeah, they find Mia out and about. Also, the rat dies.
Well, the rat's alive now, so who cares?
Or at
Spoiler
least,
alert.
I have not gotten to a part in which the rat is alive again. Maybe he's alive way later, but to where I got, he basically got eaten by that horde of ants.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a way to go.
Yeah. Did he
For
go
such a
fighting, or did he
character
just,
who we know as Red Helmet.
get his ass
Yeah, it
kicked?
was like basically what's supposed to happen is it's like 3 of those rats ride up on boars, and he just basically looks at the main character and goes, "Here, take this," and throws the girl at him, and then turns around and rides back into combat and dies fighting.
Oh, wow.
Much better. But that sounds very expensive to animate, and we already know that they don't like to animate in the show.
Yeah.
Judging by the fact that they had those flashbacks to the last episode, they didn't even use like good shots. They used like the worst shots of the entire like fight. Fucking like Lisa's run again, which is just like them taking her model and going up and down on each frame, and then she just slides across the fucking frame. It's so stupid. Also, the whole thing with the fucking teapot, like after Arista explains it, fucking Sato just has that face like, that can't be true. That's not how vapor works.
I feel like I understand less about vapor after that explanation.
Yeah. He's just like, I don't think that's real.
It's like, I don't know if it's just because I'm not paying attention, but I think you're wrong.
I don't know enough about water to say this is false. But I also don't
Well, no,
know.
because he specifically like goes, oh, it doesn't, like she goes, oh, it expands 1,000 times when it vaporizes, and he's like, actually 1,699 times.
Yeah.
God, that was also we got a solid actually from our MC, and I was just like, oh, neckbeard.
Let me mansplain how vapor works.
Oh my god.
God.
We get to see those prime CGI horses again, though. All the fucking
Hey.
time. They just love showing off those horses. That was
I
like,
feel like the CGI on the horses was not nearly as bad as it has been in other things.
because they weren't moving.
They were no CGI lizard that one from the first episode. That thing was awful.
Oh my god, they were all just absolutely horrendous. I also like when they're riding the cart. They take the shot they have is like the cart kind of covering them up so that they don't have to draw them again. That you can just show the cart like moving about.
Yep.
You know, you gotta save that $2 or $5 per frame that they get paid. Actually, I think they get
They're already saving all sorts of money because they were like, rather than having him leave the city, we're just gonna have everything to happen inside this city, so we can just keep using the same background
Backgrounds
images
over.
over
Yep.
and over and over.
Yep.
Like, fuck paying for 800 country background images. We're just gonna pay for like 10 city backgrounds, and that's it. That's our entire show. This entire episode took place in like 4 locations.
Yeah.
Did it even take place in 4 locations?
Outside, in the city,
Yeah, it was the country.
corridors.
It was in front of the inn.
Yes.
Inside of that house.
Inside the inn, you mean? No, or sorry, the
It's-
house. It was the house.
No, it was a house. It is not the inn.
Yeah.
And then
I think that's 4.
Yeah, it was two. It was basically two locations in the house. It was the
room and the
like the living room and then the bedroom of the house. And that was
Yeah.
it. Those were the locations for this episode.
While the visuals are kind of dumb, I do like that whenever he's like thinking, his GUI shows up like in front of him, and like it's like part of his body, so that if you're looking at him, you can see like how he would be messing with the GUI with the interface, which I thought was kind of fun. Like, you know, it's enjoyable. It's a neat little thing, but that's about it. That's like the only neat little thing I see in the show.
Yeah, it's about the only thing. Yeah.
Although I was liking the ending with like the fucking owl just showing up out of nowhere, and then the flash, and then this show did the thing I hate the most, where it didn't know when to stop, and they kept that scene going, and they fucked it up. The flash with the owl was a perfect ending, and then they fucked it up.
You didn't like when it turns into the guy?
No. Because I'll be honest, like the owl like being consumed by the light was kind of creepy, and I would have just enjoyed it if it just ended there. But you know, they did the whole like transforming thing, and then you get the fucking shot of Sada going, "Oh no, something's happening.
What have we done?
Plot. It has to move forward."
I am become death. What have we done?
Oh god.
Too bad. Whatever it is, like Sato will just be able to kill it with one shot. Like
No, because he
every
doesn't
other
want to
thing
take
we
out his
find
gun. He doesn't want like people to know that he's overpowered as fuck.
Oh right, he'll just flip a penny into it and kill it.
That's it. Yeah, he can just do that. He'll be like, "Oh no, he's gonna." Oh, I rolled a 20.
Keep the change, bitch.
That's what the title should have been called. Keep the change. When he was shooting the fucking pennies at the stupid ants.
If only this show was killing bites and had the fucking names for every attack.
I guess speaking of killing bites,
Yeah.
we get a very nice intro where Yoko is like having some nice characterization as
Yeah.
she, you know, likes her grandpa. What was the whole free and easy discussion thing about? Like,
I think that's just like a business motto.
yeah, because they said free and easy was like their motto in that
Yeah.
room. Which, by the way, free and easy, Yoko's sex tape. That's what it's called.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I've been watching a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, if you haven't noticed.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I was like,
Yeah.
where's that from? I know that's a joke from somewhere.
It's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But anyways, yeah, it was just kind of weird because it was very subdued. There wasn't like blaring rock songs everywhere. It was just kind of a nice opening to whatever this fucking episode was, which it went far. I'll give it
The
that.
shows are all
They want
becoming
to
one big
ease
show.
into it.
Aren't
They
they?
didn't even ease you into it. They were like, "Let's go."
It's like, oh, here's a nice character moment with her grandpa. It's like, all right, now let's go down to the furry Yuri.
Right? Like, first I was like, oh, they're just gonna talk in innuendos and then they're gonna get really close to each other.
No, there was
Nope.
no innuendo.
Like, I wrote that out. I went over to see what was happening, and they were immediately, like, just on top of each other, grinding at each other. And I was like, oh, geez, I guess it's not innuendos anymore. And it stayed like that for a good 6 minutes.
It went on for a while.
I didn't think they'd do it for that long. I'll be completely honest. I thought it was gonna be like a one and done, and then, you know, that's what you
Nah,
get.
nah,
We upgraded from grinding to like scissoring.
Oh, yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
And they changed positions and everything. This was literally
did.
softcore porn.
Yeah.
This was above the waist pornography.
This was light porn. This is exactly what this episode was.
Jeffrey, you watched some
Yes.
light core hentai. How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
White core hentai?
No, sorry, light
core.
core.
Oh, light core
hentai.
hentai. Okay.
Yeah.
Light core,
I'm-
soft core, whichever you want to use.
Either or,
It's-
whatever.
Softcore, thank you. That's what was actually the phrase.
Yeah, softcore.
Makes me feel dirty.
Does it? It makes you feel unclean.
I mean,
Just remember when you go to sleep tonight. Just beat the devil out of it. Just do what Bob Ross told you to do. Just beat the devil out of it.
It's not like your pure, wholesome Christian porn.
Yeah, it's not the missionary shit. You see,
Yeah.
It's not.
it's not, yeah.
Man on woman missionary position through a hole in a sheet.
it's a half honey badger
The way
with
God
like
intended.
a half cheetah girl just going at it.
This was a thing.
It
This
was
was
a
the thing.
While I was watching this, I was thinking of you, Jeffrey. I was wondering how you would internalize this.
What? Why were you watching this?
I am
thinking of
even
Jeffrey?
more uncomfortable now.
I just kept thinking,
Just-
Jeff
just
doesn't
remember
know
that
how to
he said that
internalize
every
this.
time you guys do your little finger thing.
Yep. I'll always be thinking of
Every
you.
time you two go and touch tips, just remember that Brandon thought of you when he saw this scene.
I mean, I didn't think of you, Brandon. I'm sorry.
That's okay. No one does.
I was just thinking like, well, that was what I was thinking of. At least no one knows.
We know.
At least no one. Yeah, the internet will know.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Aaron,
all
watch
two of our
us.
viewers.
0. There are no viewers.
That too.
And like the best line where fucking Honey Badger says, "I get to decide who I come with."
No, it's I get to
Oh
decide
my-
who I'm coming with.
Who I'm coming with, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh my god, that whole thing hurt me on the inside a
Fucking-
little bit.
That one girl, like as soon as she said the pheromone rat or whatever was like,
Civet,
killing
whatever.
bites isn't about whoever has the sharpest fangs. I was like, she's gonna fucking die in the next scene, and then she did.
Yep.
It was no surprises.
Dude, we got one instance of the slogan in like right at the wire.
Yep. I
There
was
was
I was
2
worried.
minutes left, and it was like we pulled it out. I was like, yes, we made it under the wire. I'm so proud of us.
Yep, that's what that's my last note was. Yay! She said the thing.
All right. So I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
What's
Okay.
up?
We might
What
have an
what
answer.
do you think? What do you think the mystery man's power is? Like his animal is?
Okay, so
I think it's
all
gonna
we
be a
know-
tree. If
all
it's
we
a
know
tree,
is-
I quote ABC.
Oh
Oh,
my god, if it's a tree,
oh,
just shut it down.
So I was actually really okay. They called him a dark horse. I was really hoping he was a horse,
That would have been good.
right? But
We don't know that he's not.
yeah, we don't know that he's not a horse. I'm gonna
like,
guess turtle.
What? Yeah, I went there as well.
But he's
Turtle.
partnered with the gorilla and
Yeah,
Who
so
else?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna be some sort of big, beast type animal.
And like, I think the environmentalist thing is probably like, oh, the animal he is territory is like the forest as well. That's what I'm going with.
maybe
So
sloth.
we know he's in the mammals group because he's with the bear and the gorilla,
Yes.
Yeah. He has hardened skin.
and he is like woodlandy because they were all woodlandy.
Is it finally gonna be Wolverine time? I just want a
No.
Wolverine.
You're not gonna get it.
One fucking Wolverine.
You're not gonna get it. We didn't get Fat Wolverine. It's time to give up, Brandon.
I'm gonna keep believing. Fuck it, Wolverine. Lock in my answer.
You
I say Wolverine. Jeffrey says tree. Which, if it's a tree, Jeffrey, I owe you $20. I'm gonna
Will
give
be
you
the
$20.
greatest thing.
just shut it all
I'm not
down.
gonna pay you 20 if it's not a tree.
That's completely fine.
No, it's just the other way. Brandon will give
Yeah.
you $20
Okay.
if it is a tree. Because it's such a risky pick. I feel like, yeah.
Like, I need to commend you. If you're right, and I hope you are. Like, I'm honestly hoping you are. If I'm not right, I hope you are. I would love it if he was a fucking tree. He's an earthworm, actually.
Oh my fucking god.
See, that's what I'm afraid of. Is they're gonna do like something like that, where
Insect?
it's like he's like an insect or like a spider or something, where it's like spiders have exoskeletons, and because this is a human, he then gets the exoskeleton of a human, and human bones are. It's like this whole technical description as to why the fact that he has this hard outside thing is like not bullshit. I'm like, oh god. Like the whole like if spider thread was the size of a pencil, it could stop an airplane, and it's like, well, sort of.
Let's go with sure.
On paper,
What are your guesses? What is hooded man?
Keto.
Kiddo, yeah.
this
So-
can't mean anything.
Demon. I just looked it up.
Oh,
Oh, he's actually a demon. That's his animal. Wait, Tasmanian devil.
oh,
Yeah, but
shit.
they're all dead.
Doesn't matter. They're gonna do some like stupid ass bullshit. That's why he's like a dark horse, because he is an extinct animal.
You think?
I'm
He's a
gonna go with
dinosaur.
Taz. I'm go-
Oh my god.
Oh.
If we could have, okay, this would be too much. It's not fair if I have to suddenly consider extinct animals, because then it's gonna be like he's actually a stegosaurus. So I'll be like, fuck you.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be great though. Just
Oh,
to
sorry.
see fucking like
No, Tasmanian
See
devils are
Honey
still
Badger
alive.
beat the shit-
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm thinking
Tasmanian
of Tasmanian
tiger.
wolves.
Tasmanian
Yeah.
tiger.
Oh,
Yeah,
there are wolves. Okay.
yeah
No,
they
it's
were also
tiger.
the Tasmanian tiger. Technically, they were called thylacine,
Okay.
but yeah,
That sounds like a protein. but
more
whatever.
commonly known as Tasmanian tiger or Tasmanian wolf,
Oh, I've never heard of
Okay.
this wolf.
according to Wikipedia.
Okay.
I
I
have
want
to
to see a
go.
rat
I have to
badger
go with
before they have a
Taz.
dino.
Okay.
You're gonna say the Tasmanian devil? I feel like Tasmanian devils are small.
Yeah, they're
fucking
small.
short as shit.
That's why I'm gonna go tiger. Jeffrey, you were saying?
You're gonna go with tiger, even though we already have tiger.
Tasmanian tiger.
No, he's gonna go with the
Oh,
Tasmanian
oh.
tiger, the extinct one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause like I'm not gonna get my bullshit chimera.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
I'll say sloth. I think it's just dumb enough to maybe work.
You
Okay.
think?
Yeah. Because he doesn't move fast. Like, did you see his punches afterwards?
Yeah.
They were
Right.
so fucking slow.
He's actually Mastodon. Okay. I can see sloth.
That would.
I love the just like the big shitty like stupid face on like when he turns fully into just fucking sloth face. That'd be just the
Oh,
worst
God.
fucking thing. But it may happen.
Yeah, speaking of Kiddo, though, we needed that intense edge that this show really needed. You know, the fucking just punching a dead alligator.
A dead guy into
Yeah.
fertilizer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut myself
It's
on
like-
that edge, dude. It's like, what? Alex?
Huh? Oh, it's like, oh, it's not cause like, oh, he killed a tree, must destroy. He's like, oh, fertilizer. Sure.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense. Fertilizer, grow new trees. all
Yeah.
I was half expecting him to stop the gorilla from killing the rabbit because rabbits are good for the environment. I just wanted that to happen. He's like, no, the rabbit lives.
We might have that.
that. Yeah,
At
there's
some point.
still a fight going on.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be like in his haste to like fight the rabbit, he's gonna like pull on a tree branch slightly too hard while swinging, and the tree branch will like snap off. And Keto will be like, "I heard the forest crying in pain. They need me!" And like come and like tackle the gorilla or something.
I am the he's gonna be a Lorax.
He's gonna be the Lorax. It's so perfect.
He speaks for the trees.
It's gonna turn into like his Nat Geo part. It's gonna be like a page from the Lorax from the Dr. Seuss.
I would be so okay with that. You don't understand.
That'd be this show just going off the deep end, and it would make
I
it
would
one of
be
the
okay
best
with
shows
this.
ever.
This is where it needs to go.
Yeah.
Like, it can only get weirder, and I'd be so okay if it goes into fucking like Dr. Seuss world.
But yeah, Nick, you're right about the stupid ass fucking rabbit.
The rabbit
that has
hole.
hole. Yeah,
Yeah,
helping out
yep.
fucking the hippo. You get points on that
I was
one.
upset about that.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be more like a trap for somebody else, but using it
Yeah.
for an escape is also acceptable.
That,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even though he was in hippo form.
Oh, I also
Okay.
like the. Sorry, go ahead, Jeffrey.
Yeah, fucking. They established in the last episode that like hippos can charge and just like they cannot be stopped.
Yeah.
So why the fuck did he like not like I guess his injuries, but he already showed that his injuries weren't bad enough that he could make a charge in the first place. He sustained no new injuries and he couldn't move. Like I don't know. That's just hippo is worthless to me now.
Jeffrey, I'll give you the
you.
explanation that makes the most sense. The
Go
writing
for it.
is stupid.
Hey,
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
that's all
I'm
you need to
satisfied.
know.
that's all. Yeah, you've answered all of my questions.
Not only that, but Gorilla has also shown that once again, pretending is the best power that anyone can ever fucking have.
Right?
I keep telling you, just pretend you're
Better
hurt.
you are as an actor.
Yeah.
It's
That's the only way to win a fight in killing bites. Pretend you got hurt, and you'll be fine.
obviously Hitomi made a mistake, like made a fuck up when she didn't pretend to continue to be affected by the lust gas. She
No,
just
no.
kept pretending and then cut Cheetah's throat.
But see, Cheetah was making fun of her kind of dad, which is really weird because she was reminded of
Was
her dad.
was she making fun of her kind of dad?
Not really
Or
making
was she
fun, but
making
more like
sexy talk.
she triggered
and
her.
it
She-
like triggered Hitomi.
she accidentally triggered her. Yes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I was hoping that his reaction to seeing her like go that far with the Cheetah was, "But she's my daughter. What's going on?" And just him turning away. We've also established that Yoko's grandfather is an absolute pervert, and this is the only reason he wanted to have killing bites or
It's like,
fucking destroyal.
Fucking titties, fucking blood, yes.
He is only here for the TNA.
Right?
Yeah. It's like, oh, you fucking twisted my grandfather into a bloodlusting maniac. It's like,
It's not the only thing he's lusting.
Yeah, I gotta say though, Yoko is getting way more characterization than I anticipated.
Because Yoko's the real main character. Like, in terms of the players...
Let's be honest, she
it's
is
Yoko.
actually the real main character. Our main character did almost nothing this episode. Actually, he did actually nothing.
No, he did nothing.
His
He
only
had a
contribution
reaction.
This episode was going, should I do something? I should do something. But I kind of want to see where this goes. And I'm like, you are an asshole.
See, what I would have
You
wanted...
suck.
What I would have wanted is, like, the basically the game saying, okay, sir, it's your turn. And he just says, pass. Let me see what happens next.
Let's play this out.
Can I time out?
Yeah,
Good, I will.
That's just all I wanted. Like, because that would, like, make him, at least give him some sort of character. He wouldn't be a good character, but he would be someone. Instead of just a face. That's it. He's just a face.
That's all he is. He's just a reaction face.
Yep.
Yep. Speaking of reactions, I liked when the bunny girl, like, put her head up over the hole, and they just had a staring contest with the gorilla for a little bit.
Yep.
I laughed.
I did too.
We continue to get Yoko and her amazing fucking annoyance reactions to everything.
I love Yoko's faces.
Although even she was feeling the girl on girl action. She had a little bit of the blush going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's like, oh. I gotta
Not
wait
even
till the
Yoko
ending.
could be unaffected.
Yep. Which let's talk about that part, or not that part, but Blondie, she is a civet. Is
Yep.
that feline?
I didn't actually look up what a civet was.
I kind of looked it up, but I didn't see like the word feline there.
Well, we can look
civet,
up its
a small,
scientific.
lithe-bodied, mostly nocturnal mammal native to tropical Asia and Africa. Its genera is Diplogale. Wait, I don't know. Family of Viveridae. Is that feline? That is lemurs. It looks like. Oh no.
Yeah.
Hold up. I think it includes felines.
Does it?
I am don't know what I'm reading.
Why are you expecting it to make any sense, though?
Because at least
I mean,
I
well,
want
that
some
part
sort-
should.
yeah, they're all like feline-esque animals.
It's not
Okay.
too much to ask to like.
So
There's a whole bunch
Have
of
that-
civets.
yeah,
Holy
so it looks
shit.
like Viveridae, which is the family. Oh, sorry, I have to go. Oh, Feliformia. Oh, it is a feline. It is part of the Feliformia suborder. So that
Okay.
includes hyenas, normal felines, civets.
It had a
Okay.
very
Meerkats.
raccoonish
It also has
tail.
meerkats.
Uh,
Something called the binturong.
which looks like a raccoon, actually. So Alex
Hey,
isn't
there's
far
It's
off.
like a very large raccoon, though.
Yeah,
That thing looks like a fucking tank panda.
dude, this looks fucking cool.
That's
Oh my
the new
God.
guy is Mystery Man.
He's the tank panda.
Yeah. So yeah, we can say that a civet is at the very least somewhat feline. So they've
Feline-ish.
feline-ish. Yeah,
Okay.
they've continued the trend, which I'm glad. I'm glad that they're having some sort of consistency because you have the reptiles, you have the beastly group, and then you got the felines, and then you've got whatever the fuck, the rabbit, the meerkat, or not the meerkat, but
I like that with their like civet, nature documentary section, they had to work in some like reason why
Fucking Cleopatra.
the Cleopatra thing. They were like, even Cleopatra rubbed the aphrodisiac oil
It's
all
like,
over her body. And I was
I
like,
see.
no,
Ah!
why? Why are
I
you
was-
doing this?
I was wondering how that was gonna affect you. It's like, it's not science, but it's history, so maybe Nick won't be, like, disheartened that much. Nope.
I'm gonna.
they needed some reason why there's like a bunch of Yuri, like some hardcore Yuri here. This show has become more citrus than citrus is citrus.
Yeah. I was wondering, like, what bullshit animal does this that they stretched out so hard?
We now know it is the civet. I love how stupid this show is.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's a show.
It's a show.
It is a show. Yes, you're correct in that conclusion.
Yep.
Japan.
I'm sad that Cobra didn't make a reappearance with his decapitated head.
Oh, yeah. No Voltron.
Is his
armor,
head
apparently.
cut off? I thought only his
torso.
lower half.
His torso's cut
Yeah,
off.
or so.
I'm confident
I just want them to continue the thing of Hitomi doesn't actually kill anybody. I want that to continue to be a thing.
I think he might actually be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm still not confident until they show me the dead thing, the not breathing body. I refuse to accept that he's dead.
yeah. If someone does come back, they're gonna do like this whole thing where the reptile group, like their color comes back. They're like, oh no, they're actually still in the game. Holy shit!
Is Gecko dead?
I
No.
believe presumed
Well,
dead.
Maybe
Or
she didn't have her
presumed
dead.
area cut.
She is knocked out of the tournament because her color went down.
Yeah, for sure that. But I don't want her to, because it's actually like she is actually a more interesting like character to go up against, because she could pretty much handle Cheetah by herself, and Cheetah was at least on par with Hitomi. So it's like
Yeah.
I would actually like to see a fight with her that was, yeah, I just like to see a fight with her in it.
But it's gotta be Tigger versus Rotel, dude.
Yeah.
That's what we came to see, apparently.
There is one thing I hope, but they're probably not going to do it. It's like Snake Dude is still alive, and like at the last second he comes out of one of the rabbit's holes and bites someone.
Then
Oh
he
my
dies.
god.
It's like, fuck your rules! I'm dying anyway! Fucking Snake Gang for life!
If that does happen, what's I think more likely is that he's just gonna use one of the holes. He's gonna use the hole to like peep on people. That's gonna be his thing. He's gonna be like, oh yeah, the best seat in the room.
It's gonna have like a robot dick instead of just a regular dick.
He's
Or
gonna
a
become-
regular dick by his 2 snake dicks.
He's gonna become Frieza. He's gonna get 2 snake dicks.
Ooh,
Punish Snake.
He's gonna be Mecha Cobra.
Mecha Cobra.
Yep.
Mecha Cobra cannons.
The Mecha Cobra has 2 metallic dicks. That's gonna be the Nat Geo one.
Yeah.
To the marvels of science.
Science. We have reattached this man's 2 penises with surgical enhancements.
Through
It's
gene
like-
editing.
We've reattached his penises, and we've given them enhancements for extra Cobra cannon accuracy. And then from the side, like a little hatch opens up and a laser sight comes out.
Now you'll never miss the target.
The other one, like the top opens up, there's like a scope.
God damn.
God.
Dude, that would be awesome if they were like, they actually just, now I want them to reattach his penises just for them to be like, Cobra sniper rifle cannon, Mecha Cobra sniper.
That's for the Nexus roll. That's in the manga. You gotta read the manga for that, Nick.
That shit would be awesome.
I almost want to read the manga just to see if like there's stuff missing.
I
Like
feel like
what
there
stupid
is.
shit there is missing.
I mean, we already know
Yeah.
that there was stuff that they didn't include because they included they didn't have the
Cobra
Nat
Nat
Geo
Geo
documentary
part.
about Stope, the Cobra's hemi-penis.
Yeah, because like if they have that, then they're acknowledging that this is a penis.
Oh, that's a very good point. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, yeah. I thought about that after the
Again,
podcast.
though,
Like,
They're sitting
that's
on like the allowance to do that with their fucking like etchy acknowledgement. They showed boobs earlier, like straight up tits.
But the thing is, that, like, they'd actually have to censor out the penis. Because
Do they, though?
rules, I think so. Because, like, even in porn, it has to be censored out.
yeah,
Do you
Really?
censor everything? I feel like
Don't know.
90% of the time they get away with like so much.
I
They're like,
I
let's
don't-
just throw in like 3 black bars and good.
don't know Japanese laws, so I couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
I still don't
But-
understand why they even have censorship laws. I'll be real.
Actually, I think it has something to
What,
do
it's
with,
a
like,
thing?
the American occupation. Like, during the
Really, is it?
1950s, yeah.
wait, what?
Like
Yeah.
we fucked their lives over.
Yeah, they were like, you need to censor this shit because we don't like porn. They're like, all right, and then they just never repealed those laws. And then hop over to America,
I
they're
feel
like, why would
bad
you?
for everything we've
Yeah.
done to
Why would we
Japanese
censor porn?
teenagers
It's fucking
everywhere?
stupid. bear in mind, this is like something I think I remember reading 2 years ago. It might be
If
100%
that's true,
wrong.
we fucked
How
over
the-
like an
how
entire
the-
generation.
How the Japanese?
Oh, please, no. We fucked over like 3 generations from like 1950 go on.
We did fuck. I mean, I was specifically talking about the porn viewing habits of probably 2, maybe 3 generations.
Yeah.
Uh,
A lot of people.
We've fucked over a lot of generations of Japan, but I'm specifically talking about their porn viewing.
Yes.
In the porn. So I did not even know that was just a legal thing.
The
That
censorship thing?
oh
the censorship
yeah.
of porn. How do
Yeah.
like so much porn has to exist? How do they even
There's a lot.
get around that? Like,
But here's the
how do
thing.
you,
I
how
think
do you
it's
enforce
regulated.
that shit?
I think it
It's
has to be
like
regulated.
Yeah.
it's censored. Most of the things now are like censored to the point like are sort of like poorly censored. Like you might as well not even have censored it.
Resident
like-
porn in Japan expert here, by the way. Keep going,
Yeah.
Alex.
Seriously.
Give us your
Yeah.
segment.
BTW Dojin connoisseur.
What's Dojin?
Don't worry about it.
My
When you're
summer
older.
child.
Well,
Oh, my
in
sweet summer child.
the technical definition,
It's just fan art.
Is fan work.
Oh, okay.
The technical definition. The very liberally used technical definition.
It's porn.
It is, yeah, porn.
A
art.
majority of it is porn. Yes.
It's Rule 34.
That's who. Jeffrey's
everything-
doing some research right now.
Does
Yeah.
Jeffrey know what Rule 34 is?
I know what Rule 34 is.
Okay, good. What is Rule 34?
If it exists, there's a porn of it.
There we go. I'm glad.
Correct.
Jeffrey knows something about the internet.
How do you spell Dojin? I tried looking it up on Urban Dictionary.
Inshi.
Yeah, if you want to be like real fancy with it.
I don't need to be
That's
that
the
fancy.
word. Okay, let me. Do you need me to
Like-
spell it again, Jeffrey?
Someone
Like,
just
there's
type
no
it out in
shit
chat.
that-
Fine.
Okay.
Then there will be written proof that we're talking about it, though.
You can delete it. Also,
Yeah,
no one knows
this
this
chat is
exists.
also locked. There's only 5 people who can even see this chat.
Who's David?
Don't worry about it.
Friend.
Yeah, my friend. He's tagged with one of the administrator roles. That's why he can anyway. It doesn't matter right now. What really matters.
What happened to Twan? Wasn't he part of this?
Again,
Well,
this
it's
is,
Twan.
in this chat, you can only see some people.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
Twan ever part of this?
Oh,
No.
Was ever part
I
of
did not know that.
podcast?
Oh, podcast? No.
I lost my train of thought.
I can't remind you of your train of thought, unfortunately. Did it have to do with porn censorship?
For that?
The Killing Bites episode, in which we talked about the snake mecha penis and the fact that they would have to censor it if they included the Nat Geo documentary about the hemi penis.
I had a joke about something and it's completely gone. So
Okay,
cares?
it's way too late for a joke. Then.
Yeah.
Never mind.
the timing's off. I'll
In
cares?
post, you could put an annotation if you remember it.
it'll just be my voice and no one laughing to it. I'll put some canned laughter and then it'll restart.
Do you want us all to laugh right now so you can cut it in where it's appropriate?
Ho, ho,
Nah,
ho.
and just install a
So
laugh
witty,
track.
Brandon.
Yeah, I was just put a laugh track in there. Shut the fuck up, Jeffrey.
You're one to talk, Brandon.
Okay.
Run your mouth
yeah,
in every
censorship
situation.
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about Japanese censorship. Keep going on with your segment. It was
Okay,
riveting.
so
Mhm.
Okay, so in some hentais now, the censorship is basically either. Okay, Jeff, imagine
Yeah.
if like I had skin-toned Lego bricks and I made a dick out of that. That's basically what it is. That's the level of like barely censored it is.
Okay.
Other times it's like a streak of light, not like the entire shaft, just like a random streak in the middle, not even covering the entire thing.
Okay, and is this just for hentai or is this for all pornography?
This is for
I think
hentai.
it's all pornography.
Some will actually show you full.
Well, all pornography has to get censored, I think.
Yeah.
But for real people, it's harder to do like the bar censorship, so they usually just do pixelation.
Yeah, which is really annoying.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's
out of the
really
experience.
annoying.
It's like when
Whenever
you
I go
finally
to get my rocks off to some international porn, I go to Japan and I'm like, God, they're so hot because they're Asian, but like the pixelation is just throwing me off. I
it's like,
want to see the
holy
dick.
shit, this Asian girl is hot and she doesn't cry like a child, so I could get my dick on. But no, it's pixelated like fuck.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the struggle, Alex.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
struggle.
Oh, and then in Dojins, it's either a white streak of light or someone will take a Sharpie and just draw 3 zigzags on the tip. It's like censored. There.
Quite.
Also, generally, you have to censor like anything on the woman that would be considered erogenous, which at this point is so specific that it's like, yeah, just put a black bar where their clit is.
Oh yeah, for the vagina.
Because it's just like, oh yeah,
it-
like you just don't need to know where anything that's actually useful to a woman is. Let's just cut
Oh.
that out,
Hey,
and there
Jeff.
you go.
Oh, you know how in zombie movies people will like take 2x4s and just board up windows? Yeah, imagine that for a vagina, but just like as black like streaks.
It's pretty
Now,
accurate.
okay. What about how do they deal? Like, do they regulate the internet? Like, if a Japanese person goes on a Pornhub dot whatever Japan is, fucking clearly there's going to be uncensored porn there because most of the porn on Pornhub isn't
See,
censored.
I think if it's
know.
created in Japan and distributed in Japan,
yeah,
then it is subject to the laws. But
I
any
don't know
outside
about that.
pornography,
Yeah.
because the other thing that is like at least it's an anime thing. I don't know if it's an actual thing, but it's certainly an anime thing. Is the whole like, the Japanese like nudie mags, and that like every high school guy like who's sort of a perv has some in his room, and it's like it's to the point where it's like, dude, it is 2018. The internet exists. Like Pornhub is a thing. Do
But I
you
think
guys
that-
not get it or something?
I think at that point that's just like some a joke that they kind of call back
Like,
to. Like,
Nostalgia.
it's not because it's something that people do, but it's just
It's like the struggle.
That-
Yeah.
But I think, like, I don't know. I guess
Oh.
maybe it's just because I'm looking at like American TV, where it's like we've, as a culture, pretty much accepted that like nudie mags aren't a thing as much anymore for like
Yeah.
teenagers, and it's pretty much all transitioned into like, parent walks in on child with laptop carefully placed over lap, but it's
Yeah.
very clear what is happening. Like we've accepted that like the internet, it's for porn,
Yeah, but
as
hey,
Avenue Q so greatly taught us.
but like people still like to buy the actual books or like Blu-rays of things. So it's
I don't
kind of
know
the same
anybody who's
thing.
ever bought
Yeah.
a Bluray of a porno.
You
Well,
really
like, no,
have to
just
make
like
a whole
in
night of it.
general.
Yeah.
Like, you could get this like on Netflix or just download it as a file.
I don't know. I've never gone to actually buy porn.
Like
I'm
in
pretty
general,
sure,
like no, just in general, like a book or a movie that you like, not just porn, just like
Oh,
in
okay.
general things.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know.
moving on.
I think we all learned a little something, or maybe
Yeah.
not.
This has
Maybe
been a
it was
segment
just me who learned
in-
something.
Alex, porn and hentai connoisseur.
Yeah, seriously.
Yatta.
I continue to hate Matsuri because she's a terrible character, and this arc is absolutely horrendous, and I hate it.
I don't understand why she exists.
I have
For
no idea.
conflict.
What is the
Right.
motivation in this arc?
You know what it is.
What is
Do
the
I?
motivation? Like, does she actually like Yuzu?
Oh, no, I
I'm so confused. Is she actually trying to like get in Yuzu's pants? Is it just some weird like I need to break up happy couples? Like I don't understand what's happening, and I'm like, I can't enjoy this arc when I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I'll say this at the very least. Her like moment, or not her, but Yuzu and Mei's moment when they're on the bench and they're like talking when it's snowing. I like that part. I thought that part was very nice, and I wish this show had more parts like that because they had a similar part last week. Like the first half of the show, which was basically just that. Basically, any part that didn't have Matsuri and her annoying fucking voice, I thought was okay.
Well, yeah, because that part was the representation of what the show does well. It's
Yes.
when your two main characters actually like interact with each other and talk and have like meaningful discussions about things. The show is good because that's like actually like character developing conversation about characters that we care about and like we can understand and relate or like connect with. Fucking Matsuri and everything that happens with her is like, why is any of this happening? Like, what is anybody's motivation in any of these scenes to do any of the random bullshit that is happening? Like the fucking attack kiss that happened. Where
Oh,
she
that was so
like,
fucking
I'm
stupid.
taking
I
this
hate
kiss
May.
back. Why?
Why does he? How does that fucking
No
work?
purpose.
What is happening?
It's like you just love getting set up, don't you?
No. Okay, this is May's problem. She faces a problem and she's like, okay, the way I'm gonna solve this problem is by molesting it, and that is her problem-solving skills. She
That
will
is
rape
exactly
anything.
everything.
It's like it's never failed before.
It's actually made things worse.
It's exclusively made things worse.
Yeah, it is almost in every situation. It's made things measurably worse.
Maybe she thinks her luck's about to turn. It's like, if I keep on sticking with it, eventually
Someone's
it'll
gonna
get better.
replace my dad. I don't know who is, but I don't care.
Don't broke what ain't. Don't broke. What was it? Don't fix
Don't
what ain't
fix what's
broke.
I mean, but it is broke. That's the thing. It's like
It
if,
is.
if somebody was like, "There's a 1 in 100 chance that this play will work out." She's like, "So you're saying if I do it 100 times, it'll work out at least once?" Sounds
See,
like good
my
odds.
character in D&D.
Yeah, seriously.
Also,
Fucking though, I hate her.
yeah, fucking uses like, oh, I wish I was calm like May. No, you don't, because May's never calm. She's actually just really fucking retarded.
And I like that she actually noticed that.
Okay, out of all the characters, Yuzu and Harumin are probably the best. Harumin, because
Harumin?
she's...
Yuzu is okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yuzu's okay compared to the best girl that is Harumin.
No, I'm saying
Harumin
best
is
as
just
in, like, just...
leagues ahead.
Like, in terms of, like, actual, like, developing as a character and, like,
So you mean
doing
not
stuff.
bad characters?
Okay,
Oh,
so yeah,
yeah.
in terms of their characterization,
Yes.
their development as characters, I would agree. I think, yeah.
Yuzu's there. Like, I like her writing and everything's fine with her. May, I don't know what the fuck's going on with May, so I can't really care about her. Because I actually
You know
care about
exactly
Yuzu.
what's going on with May. She has
Things-
dad issues
yeah,
that
that's-
she can't resolve.
Every cold character ever, usually.
I don't
Pretty much.
I mean, Harumin is fucking great. We got 3 seconds of Harumin, and that was probably the best of this episode I ever had.
They were the best seconds of the whole thing, with her showing up with the fake mustache and the clown hat were awesome.
I liked when she ripped off her mustache. She like actually had to rub her lip.
Yeah.
I like that small bit of detail. Oh, actually,
I appreciated it because it was a great example of a character showing up and not just fucking everything up. Harumin
Yeah.
shows up and it's like, "Hey, let's hang out for Christmas." And Yuzu was like, "No, I want to do something with my family." And Harumin's response was, "Oh, that's cool. I understand. It's your first Christmas with your family. You should enjoy that." And it's like, "Yes, thank you. This is how people interact with each other. They understand. They're like, yeah, you should do that.
Oh,
That's right."
bitch!
That
you
makes
don't
sense.
Care about me. You rather hang with your family than with me.
Harumin would never do that because she's precious and the best
No,
fucking
like-
friend ever.
Every
she's
other
also,
character
like-
that usually does that.
What?
No, just like every other
Say,
character.
Jeffrey?
So she's also the only character who actually solves problems.
Oh yeah, she's the only
Yeah.
problem solver in the fucking entire show.
Like everyone else just creates it, and then she's like, "Oh, by the way, like you can totally just steal my bike, no problem. I got you, bro."
She gets shit done.
Not only can you steal my bike, but first, hop on the back and I will ride the bike with you on the back to the school. So I will do all the work for the first half of the journey to help you. Harmine is the fucking problem solver, and she is legit.
Harumin's the only thing keeping like this mess of an arc afloat.
She's not even doing anything.
She's doing
All she
more
is
than
is
anybody
acting like a normal
anybody else.
person.
Harmine also interacted with fucking Matsuri for all of like 8 seconds,
And immediately
instantly
knew.
was suspicious about
But
her.
I don't like this lady. I don't like this piece of shit.
That's how you know Harmine is great. It takes that long for her to be like, sus. You're sus.
Thought.
I'm not a fan.
Thought.
You up to some stuff, thought. The thought alarm was going off strong in
Beep,
Harmine's
beep, beep,
mind.
beep, beep. Oh, Jeffrey, actually, or who I'm the one that keeps bringing up like the whole fascist thing with uniforms, right? I feel like you brought it up last time, Jeffrey.
The Nazi uniform symbolism.
I think
Yeah.
I also figured out why it reminds me more of that. It's the color. That green color is fairly reminiscent of the green on the Nazi uniforms. That Hugo Boss green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
Yeah, that's something
I mean, it's really just the red stripe that makes me think like, yep. 100%.
But I think the color might also have something else to do with it, like the green color. It's like the whole look together is what reminds you. Is what I'm trying to argue.
I'd be willing to believe that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Brendan.
Yeah?
Speaking of vaguely militaristic things, was it this week that we were playing Resident Evil?
I saw those videos
Yes.
posted.
Yeah, I think it was earlier this week. And
Yeah.
at some point in it, I did the thing that I do almost anytime somebody says the words "be prepared," where I will then sing back to them, "Be prepared." I have been doing that for I think 7 or 8 years. Like anytime somebody says "be prepared," I just compulsively have to sing it back to them. For
And-
so long, I have not known why I was doing it. Like it was just a thing that I did that I didn't recognize that I was doing. So when we were playing Resident Evil, at some point I sang those words, and Brandon went, "Oh yeah, they're removing that song from the movie, you know." And in my head, I connected it back to the Reddit thread that we had both seen earlier that day about the fact that they were taking "Be Prepared" out of the live-action Lion King, and I was like, "Oh my god, I finally know why I'm singing this song." Like every time I've been doing it for the last 7 years, I just do it and go, "Why am I doing this?" Nah, whatever. And I keep doing it. Finally, after like 7 years, I know why I sing "Be Prepared."
Yep,
and it's
it's,
because of that song.
From Lion King.
Good job, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Now they're removing it, and I was
Why?
sad.
I
don't know.
don't
For the
know.
live action though, are they redoing this? I haven't watched any of the live action Disney movies. Do they redo all the songs?
Most of them. So I think for this one they added other newer songs. So they like cut some out. And in this case,
Did they add in the Scar, you know,
I'm gonna molest my sister thing?
attempts to assault Nala?
Oh my god. Wait, is Nala his sister?
No.
No, right?
Are Scar and they're brothers, right? Scar and Mufasa?
Yes, they're brothers.
Yeah.
I mean, technically everybody in Pride Rock would be related. That's how
Yeah.
prides work. I don't know.
Yes.
I guess, yeah, technically, I guess Nala's like his or niece, I guess?
Maybe. Well,
At
usually
minimum?
like how prides are created, I think, is like once a lion becomes mature enough, they like make their own pride. Like
Yeah.
that's how they get around the whole.
Well, I mean,
getting
eventually
potato
a
bays.
lion, like a male lion, understands that he's like to the point of death, and like he doesn't fuck it up for like the next one. Like he'll eventually pick a successor and be like, "All right, I won't like run you out of the herd. Like this is your pride after me."
Oh, apparently there's been a problem with that with elephants. One of the reasons people hunt elephants is because there's some older elephant, or there's some old
Say again.
there's some older elephants who are sterile, and since because they're older and bigger, they usually like won't let other elephants mate. But because they're sterile, they can't procreate. So it's a really big issue with elephants, where you have to actually you have to try to kill the older elephants so they can make way for younger elephants to actually procreate.
Yeah, but good
fun
luck
fact.
with that.
No, like, that's the thing that people do is like they go hunt the older elephants.
Oh, well, like for like the smaller elephants is like, yeah, good luck with that. Like
Okay.
trying to observe them. It's like,
To kill the bigger bulls.
yeah.
So there you go. That's another fun fact in Animal Facts, the episode kind of.
And we do our own attempt at
Once again, disclaimer:
animal
I might be entirely fucking wrong. I don't know. I'm not a zoologist or an elephantologist.
Did you cut out that first part? Because all I heard was, I'm not that well adjusted.
I'm not a zoologist.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm also not that well adjusted. That's also true.
yeah, it's also entirely true.
Anyways, I like to bring one thing up about Citrus that I keep like seeing, but I never brought it up. It's the cityscapes, because they had that one shot where they just showed the mall that they were at. They always look really nice. Just like the cities look very good in this show. Like them walking through, like that small like parky part. In the first episode where he's walking with mom next to the river. In this one, they had the shot of, I think it was called Blue Essence, or whatever the mall is called. It just looked really nice. And they've got like multiple shots. They have the shot of the hotel, or not the hotel, but this apartment they live at also looks nice. I feel like they just do buildings very well in the show. And it kind of like brings in the mood, especially when it's at nighttime. It looks very nice in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice.
Yeah, so I guess something to try to notice is, just to I guess, be on the lookout for those, because I think they're worth noticing and they look very nice.
The rest of that was, there was an episode of Citrus.
Yeah,
We had another sexual assault on the board. I believe
Yes.
we're still every episode for that.
I think we're still positive, because I think there's 2
Was
last week.
there a double?
There's a
Okay.
double
Oh,
last
you
week.
might be right. We might be in the +1.
We're +1 right now. But yeah,
So I guess, yeah.
she just keeps on molesting people, because apparently that'll fix the problem. Actually, it is going to make the problem even worse.
It
I
is
wonder
going
what
to
she's
make
going
the
to say.
problem worse.
Yeah, because you got to pick. She fucking.
Somebody's going to overreact. May's going to say nothing. There's going to be crying, and in the end, there will be maybe consensual makeup banging, but I don't have faith.
Yeah.
I have more faith for non-consensual makeup over the clothes action.
What's going to happen is something similar to what you said. Yuzu's going to freak the fuck out. Gonna
Okay.
get mad at Mei. She's not gonna get mad at Matsuri, who's a giant piece of she's
No.
a giant piece of shit. She's gonna
Yeah.
get mad at Mei, who also happens to be kind of a stupid piece of shit, but less so than Matsuri. Mei's gonna be like, oh fuck, I fucked everything up. I'm gonna make it better by molesting Yuzu. She's going to sexually assault Yuzu again, and it's
Okay.
gonna fix the problem.
I like it.
Yep, it's gonna fix the problem. That is the next episode.
I'm down for this.
Oh,
The dankest timeline.
they also teased the last arc, I think, is what they're going to do, is when they go out in February to the school trip. I think that's the last arc, which I think is going to be even stupider. Do you remember the last arc,
Really?
Alex?
I remember it vaguely.
Yeah, also vaguely remember it, but I think it's also going to be retarded.
How could they get up to any hijinks on the school trip? Like, it's just the people from their school, and yeah, they're all women, but like,
Oh!
still though, like if somebody
Oh.
if there's another character to be found, wouldn't they have appeared by now?
I'll tell you this now.
Hey,
It's not just their school.
it's,
Oh my god, you're joking.
It's a. I'm not gonna lie, Nick. When I saw the main plot for that arc, I remember like, okay, no, I'm done.
No.
I read
why?
through it to the next arc, which I think the arc after the school trip arc, because I think it's supposed to be like one of the better ones. But anyways, yes, there is another school. It's also another all-girls school, if I'm right.
Citrus, stop. What are you doing?
So
We
instead
got a
of
whole new casting crew of
Yep.
people who introduced
Yeah.
the exact same problems again, but
Right.
Well,
different.
well, now it's even better though, because before when we in the first couple episodes they were like, yeah, these are girls who are into kissing girls because they're all going to get married off to guys later on, so they want to have some fun while they're here. Now we're going to go off and find Vacation Strange with the other school, because these are girls who could kiss girls from somewhere else that they'll never see again. The girls that they kiss here, they have to interact with for 3 years. The girls that they kiss on the summer vacation, they only have to interact with a week. There's going to be like all kinds of Vacation Strange.
yep.
Oh my god, this is horrible.
Yep. So instead of focusing on what's good about the show, they're gonna make it even worse in the next coming episodes. So we have that to
Although,
look
to be
forward
fair,
to.
I feel like that's a good representation of summer camps everywhere. You just go off and have like wild fucking bunk sex. That's about the only thing I can remember from summer camp was just nobody was there for the like summer camp activities. I mean, there were activities, but they were not the ones the counselors intended us to do.
Let's see.
Also, there was a lot of gambling, as I recall.
Yeah, I
Yep.
gambled a lot.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
It
go to
was
summer camp.
it was very much like a brothel combined, or not a brothel. It was basically like Vegas. Summer camp was like junior Vegas.
I don't know about you, but I went to summer camp with a bunch of other dudes, and we're not gay. So
Oh,
we
no,
just
I went-
gambled.
I went
No,
to-
you just had
I went
fun,
to-
having fun
co-ed
before you got
summer camp.
married.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we
Had
had
fun before we got married.
fun before we got married off to our witch wives.
No, I
God, I wish
I
that
went
was
to
a thing.
co-ed summer camp.
Nice.
Well, there you go.
It was like junior Vegas. It's a good way to describe it. Where when you're older, you take vacations from your work to go to Vegas. This was you took a vacation from school and went to summer camp.
Yay, summer camp.
Although I feel like there wasn't as much boozing in summer camp. I did not because it was all fortified wine and fuck Mad Dog. That shit is awful.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah.
I didn't want to have my stomach pumped.
You didn't want to drink piss.
That was like back when it was like that was the only alcohol you had. You were like, it's so good, and then you get older and have like you can actually buy like anything, and you're like, why did I ever drink this?
'Cause
It
it's
tastes
all
like what
you
like
had.
oh god. Like it is the only thing in my mind that is worse than malt liquor. Like malt liquor is pretty awful. Mad Dog is like fortified wine is so much worse.
But dude, you gotta
Like-
drink the Anaconda malt liquor.
Oh my god.
It gives
By
you a little
like
dick.
It makes it gives
by
you
a
tiny dick.
substantial margin or just like barely.
Oh, by significant margin.
Oh, okay.
I mean, malt liquor is like pretty bad. Some malt liquors are worse than other. Like there was this one. I was like, I don't remember what the fuck it was called. I think it was like Irish Rose or something. It definitely had rose in it. That shit tasted like sacrament wine.
Ugh.
Like
mean
I
like
drank like
backwash?
I drank like one mouthful of it, and I was like, oh, I feel like I'm in church.
God,
I feel
sacrament.
like I was like, where is the wafer?
Isn't
give me the
sacrament wine
cardboard.
like 90% backwash?
Pretty much,
Oh.
So
dude. I mean,
never
it
went up
starts
there.
out as like it starts out life as like 50% water and 50% wine, and then
think you mean
as
100%
time goes
Jesus.
on. I mean, I don't know what fucking poor ass church you went to. We actually had wine where I went, but yeah, no, it slowly dissolved into just it was maybe 30% water, 30% wine, and 40% backwash by the time that you got to the end of the pews.
So, fun fact, because I used to go to a Catholic school, and we had to go to church every Tuesday. But since I was never baptized, everyone in my class went up to get communion except for me. So every time that would happen, I would just sit there,
Yep.
and everyone would be standing up to go in the line except for me and my two sisters, who were just variously like spread across the school, like across the church.
Uh-huh.
So we're the only ones.
Yeah. It's really awkward when like
Dude, even
everyone's
I'm
going up.
baptized.
Everyone goes up for like
Getting baptized
what
as an
is-
adult kind of sucks.
communion and like well, no. You go that was
Jeffrey, if you get baptized, can I be your godfather?
Can I be your godfather? Brandon can be your godmother.
No, I'll be your godfather.
I have more prospects for my future. Understand that? If your parents die, you should let me be the one to take care of you.
I mean, would any of you take care of me if my parents died?
No.
I didn't think so.
Just
Brandon, would you?
strong no.
I just want to be called godfather.
More specifically, he just wants to do the lines from the Godfather. Brett doesn't actually want to be called Godfather. He just wants to do the line.
Yeah, I kind of just want to put like a dead horse's head somewhere in someone's bed. That's all I want.
My second choice for Godfather. It's like, yep, pick me, bitch. No, okay, so on this topic, the baptism at birth, like at a very, very young age, before they can even understand what it means, does not make sense to me. Like, I
Why?
get.
It's not. No,
Because-
it's not for the kids. It's for everyone else.
Well, no,
It-
the
technically
religious
it is for the
purpose
kids.
is you
Well-
believe in original sin.
Yeah.
Humans are born evil, and you're washing away that evil. That doesn't make sense to me, though, because you're pledging someone who can't even understand the concept of a Judeo-Christian God. Like, they don't understand what they're pledging allegiance to.
Yep.
It's
Makes
more,
no sense to me.
It's more like the ceremony is like now not really for the kids. They're not like to
It's-
be celebrated for the kids. It's mostly
Well-
like for the parents.
Yeah, it's more. It is first of all more of a. It is your responsibility. So I never took.
Communion.
Fuck. Not communion. The last one. Confirmation. I never took confirmation. Which is the last. Like the last.
Ceremony thing.
They're the. I think the sacraments. God, it's been so long since I had to know this shit. I think they're the sacraments, the holy sacraments, and it's not the last one because I know marriage, and then technically, if you're gonna enter the priest, the vows, like the priesthood vows, are a sacrament. but only if you're going to be a priest do those come up. So marriage is technically a sacrament, and then last rites are the last one. So I think confirmation is like the 5th or the 4th one technically. That was the one that's like the first one that's like really a choice to get. Because the others are baptism, which you get when you're really young.
Usually.
Fucking reconciliation, which you basically just you get at some point if you're, a semi-practicing member.
I thought it was reformation or whatever. It was like reaffirming your beliefs.
Reformation.
That you're thinking Reformation is something entirely different. That is something that a whole religion would do, in which it changes its belief system. But no, it's reconciliation, in which you confess your sins, and Father absolves you of your sins and gives you. They're not called punishments; they're called something else, but I can't think of them. Essentially, you go say prayers for a little while. You just like go say 8 Hail Marys and 2 Our Fathers, and you're good. Like, you the man, Father. This was something that I think I was talking about way before this, in which you're technically supposed to confess all confess
never confess
masturbation is a sin, but I could not confess to Father that I masturbated as a 12-year-old.
Penance.
Okay.
Penance, thank you.
I was wondering when we were going to get to this.
Yeah. So it's penance, and then confirmation, or communion, and then confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so as part of your confirmation, you basically say, like, I will be a good Christian for the rest of my life. Like, I want to be part of this community. I am giving myself to God. I will be a good Christian for the rest of time. And part of being a good Christian in the eyes of the religion is when you have a child, you are expected to baptize your child. Because, like you said, they don't understand what it means, but you are supposed to understand what it means, and you are supposed to bring them to the church so that they can be absolved of original sin. And so, like, that's also why, to some extent, confirmation exists, because it's one of those things where it's like, no matter what else happens earlier in life, you're not locked in as far as the church is concerned until you, as an individual, take confirmation. So I haven't been, like, a practicing Catholic since I was 16, I think.
Damn.
It's been a long time since I last regularly
more
went
recent
to
than I
church.
thought.
You thought I haven't gone to church more? You thought it's been longer since I regularly went to church?
16 is when we were friends.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I was still going to church until I think I was still going to church a year and a half in Virginia.
Damn.
I think I was 16.
Okay.
It was a while. We went to church for a little while in Virginia before we decided that it was being run like a fucking mob racket. And we were not a fan of that church. But yeah, confirmation it's a weird sacrament. It's I don't know. It's one of those things where it's you're not doing it for the kid, you're doing it for yourself and your belief in the religion. But you are at some point supposed to as part of raising a child, you are supposed to teach them what it means to be Catholic. And then they're supposed to choose to be it at confirmation. But you also get kids like me where they get to confirmation age, and it's yeah, I really don't want to do this. I still think of myself as a Catholic, but I will never take confirmation. Probably 90%, I will never take confirmation. But
yeah, fun fact on Judeo-Christian ceremonies.
Yeah, there you go.
If I remember right,
things I remember from Catholic school or Sunday school.
Confirmation is when you take up a saint's. Saints
you
or
take
your
you take your confirmation name.
Okay.
Because you're confirmed in the name of one of the saints, and the bishop is supposed to come and recognize the whole ceremony.
Yeah.
It's this whole thing. It's an ordeal.
Saint or apostle, whichever. Yeah.
Usually it's a saint.
Yeah.
You can do apostles, I think, but generally people do saints.
So
I don't even think my dad is confirmed.
Oh.
He just has his. Every time I talk to him about it, because I make fun of him because he hasn't been going to church for way longer than I do, but he's always like, "Me and the big man upstairs, we have an understanding." And he wears his He has his Jesus piece, is what he calls it, because he thinks he's a rapper apparently. But it's just like a steel cross that he wears all the time. But every time I make fun of him, he's like, "I got my Jesus piece," and he kisses the cross, and I'm like, "No, Dad, what are you doing?"
What? I'm religious.
That's his thing. He goes to church on Christmas, and that's about it.
That's about as much as my parents would do when I was a kid.
Okay. Well, in the vein of being holy, I'd like to sell out to r/Theideology, the best theology out there.
Okay.
Ideology?
Theideology. Let me spell it out for you.
Okay.
It's a very highbrow subreddit.
Very-
I can't guess.
That too.
Oh, I bet.
I think I spelled it wrong. No, I spelled it right. I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure I spelled it right.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah, you got it right.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah. /r/theology, the best theology in my personal covenant.
It's the only covenant that Brandon recognizes. Also,
That as well.
he is our resident heathen.
It's anime.
I mean, of course it's anime, Jeffrey.
Not exclusively though, because all thighs are
All thighs are
welcomed.
recognized.
All
as,
thighs are recognized.
eh,
It just happens that that one's more anime related.
mostly anime related.
I think there's actually real people every once in a while.
On their subreddit banner, it does say they are a member of the R hentai group.
That's okay. There was another subreddit.
Gotta find out the name of it.
Jeffrey
I'm
would
just
like to
looking
sell
at,
out.
the other things in their the members.
Jeffrey would like to
Jeez.
sell out to.
By hentai, and the caption "Flat is justice."
Oh, okay. Jeffrey would like to sell out to any R18 plus Dojin.
Any R18 plus what?
Dojin. Any porn magazine.
Fucking... No. People can catch magazines, but, I can always delete my history.
That as well.
People can catch me with those magazines. They out here trying to catch us.
Oh,
Y'all know that I can't read. Oh my god, did I never wash this out? Oh my god.
Wait, watch what out.
My shot glass.
Oh, ugh.
Yeah.
Actually, my shot glass is still on the floor. I never picked it up.
alright.
Like,
Well,
I dropped it. It's under my desk. Every once in a while, I just look down there and it's still there. I never picked it up.
excellent.
I went to pick up my shot glass and I picked it up with one finger sort of inside of it, and I touched the side and it's sticky.
Oh.
Ugh.
Just keep it in there. It adds flavor.
Some of the whiskey residue is still in there, I think.
Next time
that's
it'll
the
be
good
even,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice glazing to the side.
Actually, can't you make a glazing with whiskey?
Probably. I think you
Like,
can make a glazing with anything if you just if when the rest of the water and shit evaporates, if there's still something left over, then yes, you can make a glazing out of it, I'm pretty sure.
no, because what I'm saying is I heard of a recipe that used whiskey as part of the glazing for some sort of smoked pork.
I don't know. Maybe. Probably. You might be right.
Oh god, I think some dude's trying to fucking recruit me into some multi-level marketing shit.
You should do it so you can have a job.
I already do.
So
You
today
have a job?
I'm going to
Next week, yeah.
I'm going to sell out to science classes that everyone should take. Just go ahead and take chemistry 101. Just do it. I know that science is really tough and some people are really not a fan of science, but just do yourself a gigantic favor for the rest of your fucking life and take a chemistry 101 class, because if just so you can learn anything about how science actually works, because most of it is not I understand that people are I'm never going to use this because I'm not going to go into science. There's actually a lot of common sense shit that you'll learn that will actually help you and maybe prevent you from losing a limb later in your life, so that you don't end up like this fucking idiot that I had to read about on Reddit a week ago on the Darknet Market subreddit, because this fucking asshole added water to acid like a goddamn savage and almost burned his fucking eyeballs out. Because he was oh yeah, blah 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 blah. Gotta add water to my acid. And you just pour it on there. The entire thing boils and then flies up in the air because it's releasing so much just fucking gas and shit that the acid splashes out of the glass and onto your open fucking eyeballs, and you almost lose your sight because of it. So take a chemistry 101 class and learn that when you're dealing with acid and water, you always add acid to water.
So, for the longest time, I thought you were talking about the LSD acid, not
No, I'm talking
not
hydrochloric.
acid. Gee,
Well,
what a fucking retard.
Here's another thing.
Use a
Before
fucking
all
pipette.
that, you're in a science class. Shouldn't you be wearing goggles and a lab coat?
No.
This idiot was doing it at home.
Yeah, he's
on his
Oh.
fucking bench on his own countertop.
Yeah, he's being
It doesn't even matter if you
stupid.
use a pipette. If you're adding water to acid, you fucked up. That's how you die. Like adding acid or adding water to acid is a way to die. Like that shit is very reactive. It is very quickly going to boil. You are going to hurt yourself if you're adding water to acid. You always add acid to water, and you always do it drop-wise, like one drop at a time. That is always how it is done, 100% of the time.
And he was doing it like he was pouring drinks.
He just poured like water, like a little bit of water onto his
hold on.
acid. It formed the layer, and it makes this like bubbling sensation, or makes a bubbling very quickly and splashes out of the glass, and it will hurt you.
A very good analogy is when you get water and throw it on hot oil. It's going to get everywhere, and it's going to hurt you.
So today I'm selling out to chemistry classes. Just like if you go to college, just take like a chemistry 101 class, learn about how the real world works, so you don't hurt yourself by doing something wrong.
Or just do it anyway.
There's like a lot of like general stuff that you can learn about in a chemistry 101 class that will genuinely help you later in life. So you don't like combine two things and accidentally burn your house down. Or when you are going to burn your house down from a fire, you don't sit there and try and throw water on an oil fire and wonder why nothing is working. Fucking smother it, people. Don't throw water on an oil fire.
Or just do it anyway if you want to die.
Because then you get to learn what layers are. That ogres, much like onions, have layers. And oil with water also has a layer. And the oil is the top layer. And so the fire keeps burning.
Well, I will sell out to Firestone because Indianapolis will not fucking ever fix the potholes that make up every single street that I have to drive on between here and work and here in school. I saw also on Reddit just like a 500% increase in potholes this year, or complaints about potholes.
Yeah,
So
it's been a very like, it's not cold, but like if there's
been
more
colder than
precipitation, it fucks with the roads.
yeah. So
Also the salt that they put down helps with that.
Yeah.
Or not helps. It helps make the potholes. Hurts with the roads.
Which I heard beet juice and beer is a better alternative to like
Really?
yeah to like de-ice the roads and to like
juice
not
and
have beet juice or beer.
I feel like both of those cost a lot more though.
Yeah, probably.
I wouldn't know. but
You're selling out to Firestone?
Yeah, I'm going to sell it to Firestone because, like, for sure within the next couple of months, if the road system doesn't get better, I'm going to need them. So
Better get a membership.
Tires. You can also get you can get run flats. You have to buy them in sets of 4, but those things will last for fucking ever.
I'll take notes.
run flats.
Run flats.
Yeah,
They're not actually great tires.
No, never
I'll be
mind.
honest. Firestones are better tires, but run flats are like they're the cheaper alternative. You have to buy them in sets of 4 though. So normally you can buy tires in sets of 2s, but it's not a great idea because then your tread like fucks up on. Because then you have your tread like mismatched. It's better to buy sets of 4s because then all of your tread is going at the same time. It's this whole reason why you should buy sets of 4s and not sets of 2s. But if you want to save money, you can buy tires in sets of 2s, unless you're buying run flats because they only are sold in sets of 4s. So you're paying less per tire, but if you only want to buy 2 tires, then it's more cost effective to only buy the 2 tires rather than all 4 of the run flats.
All right, so I'm changing. I'm now selling out to run flats.
Just sell out to both. Why not?
Well, how about we sell to all the tire companies? Let's just do the tire industry. There we
Okay.
go.
And Alex, good choice.
Yeah.
You're sounding like Jeffrey when he does their D&D. So does that sound like a good plan? Silence from the crowd. All right, sounds like a good plan.
I'll sell out to Deer Park for keeping me hydrated for my birthday yesterday when I was drinking. And it took,
fuck! I'm
And-
so sorry. I totally forgot to say happy birthday, Alex.
Oh,
it's
happy birthday,
fine.
Alex.
Yep.
Actually, I already gave you a
Brendan
fucking
was
cake. Fuck
there,
you.
and he didn't know
Yeah.
why he was there.
It's like, I made this cake for you. I don't know why.
Here's the cake. Alex, just know this. That was the worst of the batch.
Still good.
I would like to say that I knew it was your birthday, and I intentionally didn't say anything, but I didn't know it was your birthday. But I'm still not going to say anything.
I would
Worst
also
part-
accept you not saying thing because you wanted to see if Brandon or Jeff would remember.
Yeah. Speaking of birthdays, fucking my birthday this year has been conscripted away from me. I mean, I don't celebrate my birthday, so it doesn't really matter. But I have to go to my fucking friend's wedding.
Ha! Nerd!
They sent out the save the dates, and it was like September 29th, which is the day after my birthday, and I was like, like I didn't want to say anything because it's their wedding. Like I'd feel like a douchebag if I was like, way to take up the weekend like of my birthday. I didn't want to say anything, but in my head I was like,
I wasn't gonna celebrate it, but I'm still mad to have
do
to
you want me to
something.
leave this part in or cut it out?
I don't care. They're never gonna find out.
Oh, that's a good point. Who the fuck cares? I'll leave it in.